Hello everybody, good morning. This is Marina Storm from Storm Knitting Art, a knitwear designer, a knitter like you. This is my episode number 6. I just came from the Love Yarn Festival in Madrid and I would like to share with you all the treasures that I took with me and to share with you my experience. It was a fantastic festival. It took me 1 week to recover from this big experience. It's lovely when you go to a festival. It's everything. It's like a big concert, and you have so many things to share with knitters, with yarn dyers, with the organization. It's a lot of information, and I think it makes our heart full of love and hugs, and I don't know what to say. It's amazing because it's a place where we can meet knitters like us, people that have the same passion and they can understand what you are talking about and why you love what you're doing. It was my first festival as a presential teacher. It was my first course. My course was it was called Knit the Greek Way, which is similar to the Portuguese, with the only difference that we do the knit stitch a little bit different. It was normally my courses I give them online, but this one was live with my students, and I loved it. I really loved it. I hope I can repeat it very soon enough because I really felt this connection with the people, this love to share what I'm doing every day with my hands, and it was great. They came into my class and the first comment was, are you sure we're going to learn knitting in 3 hours the way you're knitting? And in 2 hours we have been through all the stitches, increases, decreases, knit stitch, purl stitch, and I had gifted them 3 patterns of mine, the With Me Up collection, which is a bestseller. It's one top with straps, one is the whole width without straps, and one version is for autumn. And I explained to some of them how we can read the chart, and we went through the chart and the construction of the top, and we started knitting the lace, and I felt fantastic seeing that what I was teaching, it really worked. The people could really knit, and it's a lovely way because many knitters hate the purl stitch. So knitting the Greek way or the Portuguese way, what you love the most is to purl. Actually, when I have to do like a beautiful yoke and then I have to finish the body of my sweater and it's stockinette stitch, I turn it, I work from the inside out, from the wrong side, so I can purl because I purl faster than I knit. And it's great for the way we sit. We have the yarn around our neck. We can control the tension of the yarn with our neck, but it's not too much. We don't have this throw thing, so it's good for the hands. It's a lovely way, and I'm very glad that they loved it, they learned it, and I hope they practice more, and that in the next festival we can make round 2 more advanced, faster, with more tips and more difficult lace stuff. It was fantastic. And the festival organized it very well. All my students got a present, the yarn and presents, and I don't know, I really loved the experience and can't wait to repeat it. What else? I have arrived to Madrid on Thursday. I went directly to the festival. Before I arrived at the festival, I got lost in the metro. On 2004, I was living in Madrid. It's actually where I met my husband 20 years ago. And I was so sure that I had to go to Palacio de Cristal, which is actually in Retiro, and I just took the metro this direction from the airport, and I had to go to Pabellón de Cristal, which is another direction. So it took me 1.5 hours to arrive, but then I arrived at the festival on Thursday before the festival started, and as I was working during the 2 days of the festival with Pasquale, selling his lovely yarn, and I was helping Paul to build the stand. It's a lovely procedure, and it was very fun to decide where we're going to put all the yarn, where we put all the samples, where we're going to sit, how people can come inside. It's a fantastic procedure, and we know how to do that. We all already have experience, so we do it. We have a lot of fun, we laugh a lot, and we build it quickly, and it's lovely. Well, the festival started on Friday. There were many people that came on Friday, but of course much more people that came on Saturday. It was lovely because I could see people wearing some of my designs and coming to see me at the stand. It's a great experience when you see people that love your style and what you are creating, and they come to see you and to show you what they are wearing. It was great to show them my favorite yarn from Pasquale, and to wear my Mad Love that I released last year, and it's one of my best sellers, and people, many knitters bought the yarn to knit it again. It was really like I did not understand how we have been 9 hours at the festival. It started at 10 o'clock and it finished at 7 o'clock in the afternoon. You could not really understand how fast was the time because we were having so many people coming by to buy or see us or talk or take some pictures. It was fantastic. Of course, I took some yarn from Paul, some new yarn, some new colors, and there is also a new base that is coming at the end of this month or at the beginning of next month, which I'm going to use for a new design. It's a surprise, but I will show you very soon when I start my gates and so. And I had the opportunity to meet many yarn dyers that I don't meet so often, like Paula from Mayak, like Walk Collection. I had the pleasure to see again Prue Yarns, meet Steven and Penelope. Then I loved a lot the yarn from a German yarn dyer, Locos por ella, I think it's called, the yarn. La Bien-Aimée, of course, it was there with Le Chat qui Tricote. I'm going to tell you more about it. And of course I had the possibility to meet new people like the Irish yarn and some yarn dyers from Finland, some other yarn dyers from Germany. It was very, very international. There were many stands where you could buy yarn, of course, stands where you could buy accessories, and you could buy also some buttons, many project packs. There was a passerella doing there where you could knit and see the show. It was very well organized. It was the second year, but it was very well organized, and of course it's going to happen again next year. Yay! During the festival, I had the pleasure to release a new pattern, my sweet candy socks. La Bien-Aimée is the yarn that I have used, the Merino Super Sock. And May gave me herself the yarn when we met at the Knit It festival in Lyon. And then, as May was not coming with her own team and her own big stuff, She was together with Camille from Le Chat qui Tricote, and I released it with them together, the pattern. I had, this was the first version, which is lovely. You can knit it as a sock or as a slipper. It's fantastic. You can knit it, if you did it as a slipper, then you stop here, and this is the sock version where you do this lovely ribbing. This is one color, the first one I knitted, and this is another sample. You can see it like this. This is the upper side, this is below. And I love the lines, these lines, I totally love them. And I really tried to create this beautiful, you cannot see this, maybe here you can see it better, like the lines. I wanted the lines to continue from the one side to the other side. It seems maybe a little bit difficult, but it's not so difficult. And in the pattern you can find the cast on video tutorial where I show you how you can do the cast on. Then there is a video where you can see how we work the toe decreases with two ways, one for more advanced knitters and one for more beginner knitters, step by step. And also there is a video where you can see how I do this beautiful bind off edge. And we also start a KAL this Saturday, and there are going to be many beautiful prizes, like patterns from me, of your choice, of course, and also this beautiful sieve case by Mood, my dear Mood sponsor that supports me a lot. This is of course leather. Here you have a small like bag where you can put your markers, buttons, scissors, everything you want. And here you have place to put like your needles, and here maybe the cables of the needles, another place, another pocket. It's lovely. It's amazing for traveling. Unfortunately, I received it at my way during my way to the airport. I received the message from the package man from DHL that they delivered it. So I did not have the chance to take it with me in Madrid. But for sure I'm going to take it to another festival because it's very sweet and small and lovely. And you know, I love Mood. I love their quality and their stuff. I have many products from Mood, and in the festival actually I had with me my Mood bag this is my project bag, but you have space for your water, your keys. There are many small pockets inside, so you don't lose your stuff. I love this bag. It's the Hiba. You can also knit it in a more romantic version. That was my first attempt. Here is not the same. It's not the same design. The lines are smaller, but it's still very beautiful. And I have used red and a pink color. It's the Etone yarn from Yarnity. Which is a yarn, a leftover yarn that I had used when I was knitting my traveler's shawl. This fantastic shawl with stranded color work, and the lines here are smaller than the final version, but still I love the way the colors, the effect they do, and I really love it. Let me show you how it's the slipper. It's the version of the slipper. I still have some tails to wave in, but that was this is actually the one that I'm going to use at home because I love it. And it's not the final version, so I can use it at home and not leave it aside as a sample. The thing that I love a lot with this pattern is that it's playful. It's very easy to remember it. It has many step-by-step videos, and as you use two colors, you have a very thick yarn at the end, which means that it's going to be like long lasting and you don't going to end up with a hole. And it's warm. Me as Greek living in Germany, I need warm socks to manage the cold here sometimes. So I totally love it, and I don't know, it's I love the design. It's playful, joyful, it's happy, romantic, and this version totally reminded me to a candy. When you go to a lollipop shop and you see all these crazy colors and say, this, I want this. So that's what it reminds me. So let me show you what I took from the festival. First of all, I took this lovely thing from Le Chat qui Tricote. So you put your yarn here, you take this out. Let me show you. And it comes like this, it's out, so it does not break when you travel. Then you put it together, then you put your yarn, let's say this one, and then you put it again like this in your hand, and you can knit and walk. It was very funny because when I bought it, after like half an hour, Marisa from Machine Fine came to visit our stand and see Paul, and she was doing a video with me knitting the Greek way with this yarn here, so it was very, very fun for her. And she shared it directly in her Instagram account, and many people were asking, what are you doing? What is this? It was fantastic. I really loved it because many times as I have problems with my back, or if I want to go for a walk, I don't sit, so I walk and I knit, and it's lovely. Of course, you could have the alternative to put it inside a bag and in your hand and knit and walk and knit, but I really like this idea. I loved it. And if I remember well, it's the husband of Camille that builds them himself. So support each other, it's fantastic. This, as you see, is a yarn from Ruby that they gave me to try. It's viscose. It's very shiny. So I took this from the festival. I have here my lovely as expositor and as teacher, my labels. How do you call them in English? I don't remember. What else did I take? I took this lovely yarn. I don't know if you can see the color. It's more like bird, a little bit more neon, as you can see, I think. It's from Endpoint. It's a Spanish yarn dyer, and it's amazing because the color is pluma. No, the base is pluma and the color is rayo de sol. Of course, it looks like sunshine. And it's amazing because it's 60% silk and 40% kid mohair French. I fell in love when I saw it, so I bought it. And I think I know what I'm going to knit with that. Then what else I loved a lot? I'm really in love with this purple color. I love it. Actually, it's a base that it won't be released again, but I did not care so much about that because I really wanted to have this color at home and do some tests for some intarsia ideas that I have in mind. So that's why I took it, although the base won't be anymore. It's a fantastic color. You can see it has like some parts are more dark. It's from the name is Alegría, 100% merino, Krypton, and it's from my dear Ovillo Va. Lovely. Yes, it was a pleasure to see the MyJack team. I have a very good relationship with MyJack and all the team, and I don't know, we speak Italian with them, and we went also for dinner one night, and it's I laugh a lot with them. I have a lot of fun. I took these 4 colors from them to try something new. This is the Savitri. It's 50% yak and 50% silk. It's amazing for the color, for the summer. I wanted to see, no, it's, yes, okay, perfect. This is the color Parvati. This is the color Sangria. And this is Samsara. They are fantastic together. I don't know what I'm going to need. I may have something in mind. Ruby Yarn also gave me this fantastic bamboo. It's really, really soft. It's like unbelievable. And it's like this green. To try it. I also took from my yak this beautiful note block. My daughter directly told me, "Oh, Mom, I need it." So I think I'm going to split half for her and half for me, because I always, when I design, I need like a block to take some notes or do some calculations, where a block is always useful for many stuff. Then I received this fantastic bag from Stephen and Penelope, Yarn Love, Stephen and Penelope, Amsterdam. And they also gave me this beautiful thing, which says Stephen and Penelope Yarn Sew Award for Extreme Talent. It's fantastic. It's a great idea. It gives a lot of like, it feels great when they give you this. Well, you know Steve, it's totally his style, so it's, I really loved him. I wished I would have loved to see him there, but it's a pity that he did not come. It would have been amazing. I also did not have the chance to meet Midori, because I was working a lot and I was not able to leave the stand. And on Sunday that I was giving my course, I did not see her. So it was a pity. But I had the chance to see again my friend Isabel Crema. I met Melanie Berg. Oh, sweet Melanie, I love you. She's a wonderful person, wonderful. We had dinner together and we sat next to each other, and she gave me so many advices, and we were talking some more personal stuff. It was fantastic. I saw Sari again, Marisa from Mass and Fine with her assistant and also knitwear designer Sandra, and we may do a collaboration together very, very soon. I met Stone Knits, and it was it was great. It was like, Storm and Stone, we're a legend. We have to do something together. Fantastic. She was lovely. Like, her energy, wow, and her patterns. My God, I really had loved to be in her course, but I was not able. Then I shared my room with Sandra from Nomad Stitches, my dear friend Sandra, and it was great, and we had a lot of fun with Sandra and with Julie Knits, my other friend, knitwear designer. Of course, you do know Julie and Sandra if you do crochet. I met Sandra last year, and we have been in touch for this year, talking many times. So it's great to see your friends when you only talk on the phone and then you meet them again. It's a lovely experience. And the last bunch of yarn that I bought, it's from Stephen and Penelope. Actually, I did not went to buy yarn because I wanted yarn from something specifically. So what I do normally the last months, when I go to a festival, it's to buy bases that I would love to try, or some colors that I would love to have at home when I do some gauges on some experiments, in case to release a pattern with this color, and then After that, either I buy the color or I contact the yarn dyer and I recommend my idea, and normally they send me the yarn for free. This is called the yarn support. Or I just buy the yarn and I do the design that I have in mind. So from Steven and Penelope, I bought these 4 colors because I really loved to have these colors at home. It's called bicycle, like in Amsterdam. They all have bicycles in Holland. It's West wool, 50 grams, fingering, yeah, and the colors are just lovely. I really needed to have this explosion of colors at home because I wanted to do some new ideas that I have in mind, and yeah, then let's see what it comes. What else? I just finished this lovely cardigan, which is a collaboration with Brooklyn Tweed. Let me take my hair up so you can see it. So, whoop. Here. I have some lace here. You can see it because I have some black top from inside. So I have lace on the sleeves, and I have the same lace in the middle of my back, and around it two other lace patterns. I just finished it last week. No, this way you can see it better. This is the middle. No, this is the middle, and this is one side, and here you can see the other side. It's lovely. I'm going to start the testing this week. It's very, very beautiful, the color, and it's very warm. It's they have an amazing they have done an amazing thing. This is the one undertone and one overtone, and held together. So the base is called tone, and you can do 2 colors, like 2 reds or 2 pinks, and you mix them, and then you have something like more how to say it, like not faded marble. It's fantastic. I love the feeling. I love the fact that it did not change a lot when I blocked it, so this is great always. You don't have a big difference once you need it and once you block it. It's very warm, it's soft. It's a fantastic yarn. I had never tried it, but when I was choosing the colors, I said, yeah, I'm going to mix these two. And I also got another base, the Arbor, but I decided not to use it for now. I had the intention to knit the same cardigan because it's a DK base, the same cardigan, but actually when I used this fingering base together, the 2 yarns together, I got 15 stitches in 10 centimeters. So with the Arbor I have a lot of more. Have I think 19 stitches in 10 centimeters, and if I change the needle size, I don't like the effect. I don't like the effect so much, so I'm going to keep the other yarn to knit something else in the future. So this week I'm going to start the testing. We are still doing some changes in the pattern with my tech editor, and I hope that I can release it in around a month and a half, maximum 2 months. And in between I started a very beautiful scarf, this cholette, these small scarves that are very fashion now, and they are very comfortable because they are very small and they're tiny, and they are the amazing gift ideas or the amazing quick project the amazing Stars Buster, and I'm going to do an intarsia. And this intarsia will give you the possibility to practice your skills or to learn how to knit intarsia. It's going to be very, very small, fun, beautiful for the spring, and it's going to be, I will give you an idea, it's going to have the style of my dancing flora. I am going to show you my little swatch and my little cholette very, very soon. I just started it yesterday and it's fantastic. If you love intarsia or if you want to knit intarsia and to learn, you can be in touch with me. I'm going to leave you my email in the comments and also my website with all my patterns in case you want to have a look. I'm going to record very, very soon another video with my news about the festivals where I'm going to be in the next few months and my new design ideas. I hope you had fun. If you want to help me with the testing of this beautiful lace cardigan, you can also write me or leave a comment below. And I wish you all the best and happy knitting. Bye!